Ryan's hope.
I cannot believe that Siobhan would set up a friend of yours.
Not just a friend of mine, a friend of hers. Dom had become like family.
It's not her style.
Don't look at me, I don't know the lady.
And on the edge of night, Sky and Raven, two glamorous and powerful forces come together. And the magnetism is irresistible. Ryan's Hope, the edge of night, love in the afternoon.
The People's Court today at 4:30.
Raven, I do wish you'd sit down and try to eat something. I ordered that lovely lunch from room service and you haven't touched it.
I'm still too upset to eat.
And I think you should try to force down a little something.
Liver. You know I hate liver.
I know, but it has a lot of iron in it, and I think that's what you need.
What I really need is a little tranquility in my life. I am sick and tired of being the victim to these con games and kidnappers and international intrigues. Do you realize that I have had more adventure in 1 month than most people have in a whole lifetime?
I know. I've often wondered what it is in you that invites these bizarre happenings.
I don't invite them. They just happen to me.
I'm still not quite sure what did happen.
I already told you it was the stupid key in the safety deposit box, which I shouldn't have opened in the first place.
And it took 2 keys to open it.
Oh, yes, and Spencer kindly gave me the contents of the box, a stupid diary.
You can hardly blame Spencer.
Oh, well, of course. It was worthless to him. It was just a bunch of scribblings which no one understood.
Oh, apparently someone didn't think it was worthless and that you could understand it.
And who was that someone? A man who comes to me and tells me he's an agent for the CEA and he takes me to some deserted house and tries to kill me.
My dear, you can just be grateful that it was Ian Devereaux's home and that he came home in time to get you out of that mess.
That's true. Ian was very sweet. An attitude that was a lot better than some people we know.
Some people?
Yes, I won't mention any names, just people like Sky Whitney.
Oh.
Ian, though.
Ian?
Well, you don't expect me to call him Mr. Devereaux after he saved my life, do you?
No, I suppose not.
You know, it's very strange that Ian and Sky knew each other.
Yes. Actually, the name Devereaux rang a bell. But I couldn't quite place it until he and Skylar greeted each other so effusively, and then I remembered. The Devereaux family was very close to Skylar's father at one time, although I didn't know them well myself.
Well, Ian certainly is attractive.
He is indeed.
Yeah, he's the kind of man that just sort of takes charge, you know?
He certainly proved that last night.
Mm-hmm. He's a gentleman, too, unlike your nephew.
Really, Raven. From now on, I'm going to have to put you and Skylar in separate nurseries.
Hello. Miss Alexander, it's Nora.
Yes?
I just heard Mr. Whitney tell Gunther to bring the car around. He's coming over to see you right now.
Oh, really? How interesting.
But I have a word of caution. He happens to be after something again.
What does he want this time?
The diary.
Oh, really? Well, I certainly have a surprise from Mr. Whitney.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking. And by Prell, the shampoo that frees your hair to be beautifully full and thick.
What she got and got a lot of, lots of hair from Prell. Lots of fullness, lots of thickness, lots of hair from Prell. Goodbye limp, goodbye flat, got lots of this and lots of that. Got lots of hair from Prell.
A little Prell leaves you looking like you got lots of hair. Prell gives you lots of rich, thick lather to lift up every single strand for lots of rich, lots of thick, lots of full.
Hey, Prell, thanks a lot, sir.
Get the hair that's got a lot of, get lots of hair. Get lots of hair. Get lots of hair. Lots of hair from Prell.
I'm 30 years old. So am I.
Now, one of these skiers isn't 30. She's 44-year-old Barbara Gould, mother of 3. Can you tell who's who? Take a good look. Now, look at their hands. Even they don't give us a clue. Her secret, she cares for her hands, and part of that care is mild ivory liquid.
Doing lots of dishes, I wouldn't put my hands into anything but mild ivory liquid. I love those rich suds because they help my hands stay young-looking and get the dishes really clean.
Still can't tell who's who, huh?
Mom, come on. You gave me away. Yes, I'm the 44-year-old. I like my hands to look young, and ivory liquid really helps.
Mild ivory liquid helps your hands stay young-looking.
Damn frustrating, Mike. Come so close to this phony character and not be able to get our hands on him. Where do you think he is now, the elusive George Foley?
We don't know, of course, but all the machinery of the police department is geared to finding him. They'll come up with something, David. My hunch is he's still in this area.
Well, I agree. He hasn't found what he's looking for as yet. That must be frustrating for him, too.
Well, he almost fell into his own trap last night, thanks to Ian Devereaux's return.
What do you suppose made Foley think he could get away with it?
Well, he had been very successful up to the debacle of last night. To begin with, he and his accomplice did a good job of deceiving Devereaux.
Have they identified the woman yet?
No, they pawned themselves off as husband and wife, but who knows? That's how they got the job as caretakers of Devereaux's estate, as domestic help.
Very neat.
Devereaux had no way of knowing that they weren't legitimate. They forged a letter from an employment agency and letters of reference. So, there they were, comfortably running their mysterious affairs out of his house while he was off in Europe.
Yeah, it must have been quite a shock for him to come home and find all that going on under his own roof.
It's a damn good thing he returned when he did. Otherwise, George Foley would be facing a murder rap for the killing of Raven Alexander.
Yes, well, thank God for that. In the meantime, Foley and his companion have fled their cozy little nest for parts unknown, and we're back where we started from.
No, not really. The police are spreading a wider net now. And they've got a better description to work with. In fact, they're putting together a composite sketch that should be very helpful.
Well, I hope something breaks soon. I can't stay in Monticello too much longer.
David, there's something I'd like to suggest, if I may. There's one other person I think you should meet before you go back to Washington. Damian Tyler.
Oh, you're right, Mike, I should. I've intended seeing Tyler before I leave Monticello. Well, frankly, I've been putting it off to the last minute. I imagine you can guess why.
Yes, I think I can.
Well, I don't mind admitting it. I have strong feelings of personal guilt about Wilcox. That's why Tyler is the last person I want to face. I know very well he blames me for what happened to his father.
Well, I'm sure he'd appreciate knowing that you believe his father might have been innocent, after all.
This machine is going to drive me crazy. All you need is a little practice. It's amazing. How do they figure they can put the human mind against the mind of a computer? Then why do I keep losing? What am I doing wrong here?
Well, who says your brain is human, Eddie?
What are you doing busting in here like that? You know you got some nerve?
Come on, be nice. You could be a little more sociable than that.
I'm not in the mood to be sociable to no cop.
Well, considering your background, that's understandable. Mind if I sit down?
And if I said I did, would it make any difference?
Thanks. So, I see you've got a lot of time on your hands, wasting it playing that stupid game.
This is not a waste of time. This is an exercise in intellectual capacity for the human brain.
I'm sure you could use the exercise.
That's very funny. That's very funny. Coming from you, a mental midget cop, of all people. And besides, I got lots of things to do to keep me busy.
Oh, come on, you're not kidding me. Just had your Eden connection pulled out from under you.
So what? So what's the big deal? So I get a new connection. Next?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to find lots in a nice, lucrative place like this.
Hey, what's wrong with this joint? I make a very nice living here. Very nice.
You know, Eddie, frankly, I'm really sorry that you did have the Eden rug pulled out from under you. I mean, I genuinely feel awful about it.
Yeah, I can see you're all choked up. It gets you right here, don't it? Come to think of it. Somebody else got you right there, too, didn't they, huh?
You know, what I really feel bad about is not being able to bust up some of that artwork of yours. I mean, I think I might have found some very interesting things inside. Marijuana, hard drugs.
Why don't you get off my case? You ain't got nothing on me. So why don't you just take a walk?
Well, maybe I should have been just a little bit more explicit. This is actually an official investigation into the demise of your lamented colleague, Joe Boomer.
Well, if this is an official investigation, I suggest you investigate Damien Tyler. Why don't you ask yourself some questions? Because if I recall properly, it was your greasy finger that pulled the trigger that killed my lamented friend, Joe Boomer.
That was self-defense in the line of duty.
Oh, don't give me that self-defense. By the way, I should thank you for that little move. You saved me a lot of money. In fact, I should give you a little token of my appreciation. Here, why don't you take this lamp home with you, you see, and I'll show you my esteem for the police department. That's a gift.
Oh, thanks very much, Eddie. I appreciate this. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn it down. It would just be a reminder of the low esteem that you hold members of my profession.
Hey, that's very good. Did you figure that out all by yourself? Nobody helped you, huh?
And what I'm really curious about is what was Joe Boomer hitting you up for in the first place?
It's very simple. The guy was leaving town and needed cash. So he came here to get cash, only he got greedy. He wanted it all. So he put a gun in my bank and was taking me downtown to open my safe and take all my money, and then you walked in. End of story.
Oh, it's that simple, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just have to accept your story for right now. Look, Eddie, I just wanted to give you a little friendly warning. Well, we know that you're going to be looking for a new source of revenue. I just want you to know that we're going to be keeping a good eye out on you.
Hey, sure you don't want the lamp?
Thanks anyway.
Come on, Tchaikovsky. I'm going to figure you out now.
Damien.
Poppy.
You just have a meeting with Eddie?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
You didn't arrest him?
No, not this time. Not enough evidence. Plenty of moral evidence, just no legal justification.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm not sorry. I still need this job, you know?
Well, Poppy, I'm sorry to say you may not have this job very much longer. Eddie's just lost his Eden connection. I think he's going to lose this place. You know, this would be a perfect time for you to get out of here. Why don't you do it?
I can't. Please, don't ask me.
Poppy, I wouldn't ask you to if I didn't care about you. A lot.
Hey, Poppy, the battery and this thing is dead.
Gee, that's a real pity, Eddie.
What are you doing, taking a course in wrestling? Every time I turn around, you two guys are in a headlock. You know, maybe I should have a little chat with Mr. Tyler. We might calm him down if he learns a few things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I could fill him in a little bit on your background. Maybe that might cool him off a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and you would, too, wouldn't you? Here, I hope you get electrocuted.
I'm shocked. Shocked.
Listen, America, to a fresh idea from Cracker Jack. New Cracker Jack Extra Fresh Popping Corn. It's made by the people who have popped more popcorn than anyone else in America. That's new Cracker Jack Extra Fresh Popping Corn. We vacuum pack our special kernels fresh as the 4th of July. They're popping tender, popping big, popping fluffy, popping tasty. It's fresh. From Cracker Jack, America's popcorn people.
Here's an extraordinary idea. Hanes 2 pantyhose. They cost just $2.50. Hanes 2, they're sheer, they're shaped, and nothing's ordinary about them but the price. This leading brand comes out with a package looking like this. Hanes 2, like this. And the beautiful look you see here is the beautiful look you'll see on your legs. Hanes 2, sheer. Hanes 2, shaped. Hanes 2, and nothing's ordinary about them but the price.
Oh, I haven't been here in ages.
I know. Oh, I really enjoyed lunch. I haven't had you to myself in so long. It was good to catch up with everything that's been happening.
Oh, it was nice for me too, Nancy. We should really do it more often.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, now have a seat and I will get those prints for you.
I can't wait to see them. You know, I don't remember when those pictures of Mike and me were taken, but when I came across the negatives, I thought, oh, well, all right, wouldn't it be fun to see what things were like then?
You look the same to me.
Huh? Oh, my goodness, no, I don't know if I want to see them.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. No, tell me. Oh, no. No, oh, my goodness. No, I can't believe it. Oh, no, Valerie. Oh, my, I remember when this was taken. Oh, my gosh. Will you look at that hairdo? I guess I thought it was attractive.
It was.
Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh, Valerie, these are wonderful. They bring back a lot of memories.
Oh, it must be nice to have so many happy memories to share with someone.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, it is. It is. Well, you must be gathering a lot of memories of your own right now.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between us, Nancy. You found the one man you wanted to share your life with. I'm afraid I'm not so certain.
Not so certain, meaning that you're still seeing Jim Diedrichson and Sky Whitney?
Yeah. And there couldn't be two more different human beings in the entire world. Although, you know, that's not altogether true. There are several similarities between them. Good looks, ambition, charm, warmth, humor. I guess the biggest difference, though, is that Sky has seemed to have found his niche in the world.
Well, he was born into that.
I know, but Jim is still searching for his, and I really worry about him, Nancy. I don't know how he manages.
Well, I thought things were moving along rather well with the theater company.
Well, actually, they are right now. In fact, Jim and Gavin are at the theater right now, getting ready to launch the first road company production in the Buffy Revere Theater.
The what?
Private joke. Well, excuse me. Crown Photo Studio.
Miss Bryson, this is Miss Johnson calling.
Oh, hello.
I'm calling to confirm the appointment this afternoon of my shy employer.
Well, I'm expecting you. You give me about 10 minutes and I'll be all ready. The studio will be cleared out.
We'll be there. Thank you.
Goodbye. That's my next sitting, and a rather strange one at that.
Oh, how so?
Well, the appointment was made by some celebrity's secretary. And she insists that it be totally private. I mean, she wouldn't even tell me his name.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I just hope I know who it is when I see him. It would be terrible to be a celebrity and then not be recognized.
Yes, it would. I'm going to get on to the office now.
And
be sure to let me know when you find out about this reluctant celebrity.
I'll give you a call.
Thanks for these.
Bye-bye.
Ralph, why'd you buy these?
They're cheaper than Bounty.
You goof, Shorty. Bounty absorbs more, so it can be a better buy.
Prove it.
Okay, watch. A penny's worth of Bounty against a penny's worth of an average bargain brand. The cheaper brand just can't absorb as much. But even with that penny's worth of Bounty's still absorbing.
So I did goof. Bounty can be a better buy.
Bounty's the best way I know to save dough.
Betsy smells funny.
That's baby smells. Smelly formula, sticky baby food.
Diapers.
That's ammonia. Baby laundry is a special problem. So instead of regular detergent, I use Dreft with enriched borax. It's specially made for baby laundry.
There's borax in grain after grain of Dreft. Dreft gets tough baby laundry clean and clean smelling.
Now she smells good.
Dreft cleans baby smells out of baby laundry.
Hi, honey.
Oh, hi. A teddy bear? Oh, honey, couldn't you have gotten him a football or something?
Isn't he a little young for that?
Well, isn't he a little young for this?
That's new secret for me.
But you already have some.
Old secret. This is new improved secret spray.
Oh, yeah? What's new?
Secret's new spray is concentrated. It keeps me drier.
Concentrated, huh?
Works even better than before.
Oh, let me try it.
Still for women. Smell.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, that's pretty. But if it's so much better, why
Sorry, sport.
Okay.
New improved secret keeps women even drier.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry, Nora. What's so funny?
I was just thinking, you remind me of nothing so much as a prosperous undertaker.
Nora, can we dispense with your uproarious humor? Have you seen Mr. Whitney?
I hate to tell you this, Spencer, but he just went to meet Raven Alexander. I thought that would raise an eyebrow.
It's rather odd, considering the circumstances.
Not really. See, I have an idea he's trying to make up for the mistake you made. When you gave Raven the diary that belonged to her husband, it just might turn out to be very valuable. Who knows? And if it is, you're in the hot seat because you gave it to her. Oh, not amused?
I don't need your opinions, Nora.
Well, it's obvious Mr. Whitney was very upset. You never know how these things are going to turn out, you know? You just might be out of a cushy job as business manager if that's how you're going to manage things.
You are aware you are still on probation for your own job, Nora, aren't you?
You're not threatening to fire me, are you?
That's exactly what will happen if you don't learn to mind your own business. And may I add, nothing would give me more pleasure.
Just wait until Raven Alexander is back in this house, Mr. Business Manager. We'll see who's going to get fired.
What an ego. Putting up her own portrait in Aunt Geraldine's living room. I bet she didn't even ask permission.
I've told Raven you're here, Scotter. She'll be out in a minute.
Oh, thank you, Geraldine.
And now, Scotter, sit right down here, dear. I want to talk to you about something.
Oh, let me see if I can anticipate this. You were going to remind me to be courteous and kind and gentlemanly.
Something like that.
Now, Geraldine, when have you ever known me not to be?
I wish you hadn't asked me that.
Now, you know that I've just been the picture of...
Well, it isn't the great man.
Hello, Raven. I decided to stop by to see how you were faring after your exploits these past few days.
Oh, is that all you wanted?
I'm trying, Geraldine. I'm making an effort.
Yes, well. Skylar, isn't it interesting that you know Ian Devereaux? It must have been a great surprise to both of you meeting again under these circumstances.
Oh, yes, it was. I hadn't seen Ian in years. Not since my dad was still alive. We used to be quite close, the Devereaux and the Whitneys.
You know, it took me a little time to place him, and then I remembered. You had chummed around together as boys.
Oh, yes, I looked up to Ian quite a bit. He was always getting into exploits, it seemed. He was a few years older, but he seemed so much more mature.
Well, Ian must have been a terrific gentleman even then, which obviously is the big difference between the two of you. It's a pity you didn't keep on looking up to him.
Yes. Ian was thought of by many people as being some sort of a genius. He was very clever, very inventive mind.
In what way inventive?
Oh, well, for example, the Devereaux, the rest of the family, lost all their money. Ian was the only one clever enough to hold on to his.
You know, you really have to respect a self-made man as opposed to the people that inherit all their money.
And that takes care of round one, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, Geraldine, don't go now. Things are just beginning to get interesting.
I'm sorry, Scotter. I'm in no mood to referee.
I can see that I've hurt you. I'm sorry.
I didn't think it showed.
Raven, I did not come here to do battle with you. I came to apologize for all the fuss I made over that diary. It really was unnecessary. As a matter of fact, it was all Spencer's fault. He never should have given it to you in the first place.
Oh, I agree. He should have given it to you.
There. I knew that we could reach an amicable agreement.
Yes, he should have given it to you because then you would have been the one kidnapped, drugged, and almost murdered.
Yes, that was an awful thing to have
I'm
happen
glad
to you.
Ian was so courageous.
Ian, you're on first name basis, are you?
Oh, come on, Whitney. What do you want? The diary?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, since it has been a cause of so much pain and concern for you, I'd be willing to take it off your hands.
Well, good, because then it gives me great pleasure to tell you that the diary is gone.
What do you mean the diary is gone?
Foley has it. So you can just go find him and get it from him.
You gave the diary to Foley.
I didn't give the diary to Foley. He took the diary. So now why waste your time standing here? Just get out of my house and leave me alone.
Now, you know, Raven, I am not used to being denied.
I hate you! Get out of here!
You will recall, perhaps, what happened the last time that you did that.
I don't know about you, but I want my skin to be as soft as it can be. It's important to me. That's why I use the softest powder. Try this. You'll be surprised. Johnson's baby powder is so much softer than any other powder, you can feel the difference. You can really feel the difference. So if being your softest is important to you, like it is to me, always remember your Johnson's baby powder from Johnson & Johnson. so you can be as soft as you can be.
If you can't lose weight, no matter how you've tried, listen to what these people did.
With Dexatrim, I didn't get the hungries anymore, and I lost weight.
The extra-strength Dexatrim Diet Plan, the strongest diet pill formula you can buy without prescription. One capsule curbs your appetite all day to help you eat less and lose weight.
Dexatrim kept me from overeating, and I lost weight. It works.
Extra-strength Dexatrim. No diet pill works harder to help you lose weight.
On Ryan's Hope.
A cop never knows what to expect.
Vronsky takes Siobhan on a dangerous mission,
You really do love a mystery.
while Joe and Amanda have a chance encounter. Ryan's Hope.
Skylar gone?
Yes.
I'm glad to see you're somewhat more subdued than when I left you. Raven. When are you going to retire from the ring?
Never. At least not until I regain my title.
You look rather strange.
I do?
Mike, my dear, come in.
Thank you, Geraldine.
And David, how nice to see you
Oh,
again.
good to see you too, Mrs. Saxon.
Raven, this is David Cameron. David Raven Alexander.
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do?
Mr. Cameron is here from Washington, an official with the CEA investigating the Jefferson Brown case and the George Foley connection.
And are you sure he is who he says he is?
I'm positive, Raven.
I'm sorry to intrude so soon after your ordeal, Miss Alexander. We were wondering if we might trouble you to look at this police composite of the descriptions we have from George Foley.
Oh, yes. That's Foley, all right.
Hi. Come in.
You're Miss Bryson, I presume.
Yes.
I'm Miss Johnson. Everything is prepared, I see.
Yes, I made all the arrangements, and you don't have to worry, we won't be disturbed.
Good.
Mr. Foley.
Hello, Miss Bryson. Sorry about the deception. But it's necessary that we're not disturbed.
Who lasts longer, Susan or Dry Idea Roll-On? Give ordinary roll-ons this kind of workout, they'll start to give out on you. They're mostly water, but not Dry Idea. Watch. The ordinary roll-on here, Dry Idea here. Minutes later, when perspiration starts, much of the ordinary roll-on can wash away, but not Dry Idea. Dry Idea has hardly any water, so it goes on drier, stays on longer, keeps you drier. In fact, you'll give out before Dry Idea.
Amy McVeigh keeps her brown bottle of Lysol brand disinfectant in the linen closet, behind an old hot water bottle and a box of Epsom salt. Too bad, because every day Lysol could be disinfecting and deodorizing the bathroom bowl. Could be cutting down on germs in her wash, even in cold water, and killing household germs, including germs that cause odors. Where's your brown bottle of Lysol?
The baby's room's where I always used it.
Find it.
Tonight, America's favorite lovers are rockin', rollin', and romancing their way into a grand new season on the premiere of Joni Loves Chachi. Then she's burning to be America's next teen singing sensation if her overprotective dad doesn't put out her fire on the premiere of Star of the Family. After, the baby's coming, so come on along on Muriel's mad motorcycle race with the stork on the season premiere of Too Close for Comfort, tonight on ABC.
Tonight on the season premiere of 2020, the joys and sorrows of being a mistress.
The sex is the best.
Why did Alexandra Haig resign? Barbara Walters finds out in an exclusive interview. And Kenny Rogers, everything he touches turns to gold. Tonight.
There are two ways to buy furniture, smart and not so smart. The smart way is the Siemens package, which gives you more for less. Shop smart, the Siemens package.
This is Stormfield. Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, officials have released information. A U.S. Marine has been killed in Lebanon. 3 other Marines also injured when a mine exploded. We'll have the latest as we wait for the victims to be identified. We'll also have this for you.
Who makes the best burger, Wendy's, McDonald's, or Burger King? We put that tough question to the head chef of the Waldorf Astoria today. I'm Jim Paymar, and I'll have the story.
Also, we're going to tell you about a New York chain store, another one closing.
According to the latest figures, over 50% of the women in this country work outside the home. However, their families want a hot, delicious meal just the same. Well, fortunately, they're Steak-'em sandwich steaks. Steak-'em cooks in just 60 seconds, and it's 100% lean beef with no additives whatsoever.
Great, Mom. That's the first